I can't say enough about their effort. And I think that's something that we've tried to hit home from day one.
Effort has smoothed Milwaukee's road, the only bumps by design. Togetherness has been the key under Coach Terry Porter, leading to unselfish play, easy baskets, and euphoric high fives. Tonight, there's a Shaq alongside the road, and a cast of winners that rivals the Hall of Fame. The Lakers are in town, but hardly looking down on these Bucks. We have a classic tortoise and hare matchup at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee tonight. The venerable Los Angeles Lakers and the young, running Milwaukee Bucks. Good evening and welcome to Bucks Basketball with John McLaughlin. I'm Jim Paschke. You're going to love this matchup tonight. The Bucks are 2-1. They beat Indiana at Indiana on Friday, came back here to demolish Chicago on Saturday, and Coach Terry Porter couldn't be more pleased.
I've said from day one, defense and rebounding is going to be the two things we've emphasized, and the guys have really bought in and played extremely hard, but really worked our principles. And at the offensive end and the defensive end, we've done a good job offensively, moving the ball, sharing the ball, playing the right way. And defense, we really look to help each other. We take pride on making sure that a teammate doesn't get looked embarrassed as kind of being on an island out there.
Only Denver is rebounding at a higher rate than Milwaukee's 48.3 a game. The Lakers are in the top 5. And, John, we've already seen 2 11-rebound games from Bucks guards. That, of course, kicks the run game.
It sure does, Jim. First of all, Skinner's done a great job as one of the big guys also. They've got to get on the boards. But if you're going to be a great or an outstanding rebounding team and want to run, you got to get it from your guards. The Bucks have done that. The little guy and the medium-sized guys have been on the boards, and when Ford gets the rebounds, they're going to go.
The Lakers, of course, have noticed that the Bucks like to get out and run. Is Phil Jackson concerned or just being coy?
We got a lot of teams in the West that like to run. They look like they like to run. That's one of the features in the Western Conference is that, we have teams like, Dallas and Sacramento and, a myriad of teams, Golden State, that, really like to get up and down the court. So this is a style that we face and we have trouble with.
All right, let's break it down. Let's look at the 4 all-pro players for the Lakers. Shaq, number 1, the most dominant inside force in basketball. He's tough in there. It's a difficult challenge and a matchup for the Bucks or any team. Now let's go over to Kobe. Kobe's a great talent. He likes it in the open court. Very difficult to match up with him also, Jim, and he likes to take you one-on-one. It's Payton, however, who's going to make this team run more. He is the brains of the outfit. He's going to make them a better team overall. And what can you say about Malone? Rebound, defense, in the paint. He'll do whatever it takes this year. This is a tough basketball team.
Unfortunately, the Bucks suffered a blow today. Bryant Skinner will be lost 6 weeks. He will have knee surgery later this week. That puts some added pressure now on Tim Thomas and the Bucks to continue playing defense against a very good half-court team. Thomas, the Bucks, and the Los Angeles Lakers next from the Bradley Center on the Bucks Television Network. The full house for the Bucks and the Lakers tonight. Well, torrid defense has lifted the Bucks from several major deficits already this season. Unlike offense, you don't suffer defensive droughts. It's a mindset. Right, Joe Smith?
Yeah, I mean, that was from day one in training camp. Picking up full court, guards picking up full court, big men fronting the post, making it tough for that big man to get the ball whenever, not letting our men go middle. And that's something that we've been working at, and Coach Porter has input a defensive scheme, and we're just trying to do it to the best of our ability every night.
This is the best defensive team I've seen since I've been here, and that's not a knock on other teams, because the other teams were successful too. But since I've been here, this is the best we've ever scrapped and played hard every possession.
The Bucks have trailed after every first quarter this season, but defense has brought them back. They were 17 down in Minnesota, 13 down against Chicago. They posted runaway victories in the last 2. John, the Bucks are ranked 5th in opponent scoring and field goal percentage.
Jim, that explains it all. When you play defense and you come out and hustle, you can get behind in the first quarter. The Bucks have played outstanding second, third, and fourth quarters to win the games.
They'll need that defense tonight to offset the Lakers' half-court might. We'll have basketball next from the Bradley Center on the Bucks Television Network. The the Los Angeles starters tonight. Devin George must wonder what he's doing out there with Shaquille O'Neal and Karl Malone. George, a fine shooter. The backcourt, interesting tonight. Which would receive the strangest ovation? They both did. Kobe Bryant and Gary Payton for different reasons. The Bucks have to make a change up front. Daniel Santiago steps into the pivot, his first start between Tim Thomas and Joe Smith. The backcourt, TJ Ford, the burner, and Michael Redd, the shooter. Well, Gary Payton makes his return to Milwaukee tonight. Payton was a Buck just long enough to become a Laker and Karl Malone's teammate.
What a competitor. Even in practice, when maybe he should take the day off, he'd come out and practice. And we've had one day off since we started training camp, and he haven't missed one, and I haven't missed one. So he's just a competitor, and he's like I said, to start a career with John Stockton and end it with a Gary Payton, I don't know, I'm in heaven.
Think about that, 19 years with those two point guards. Phil Jackson in his 5th season with the Lakers, winning 234 of his 779 overall victories and 3 championships in Los Angeles. 3 of 9 rings say Lakers on them. Terry Porter coaching his 4th game tonight, 2-1. 2 consecutive victories against Indiana and Chicago. That's all the reason he needs to smile. He'd like to pull one off here as the Bucks head to New York for a game tomorrow night.
Pose a question for you. If Karl Malone had not played with great guards all those years, would it have affected his game to some point? Would he have had fewer points? Who knows? But he realizes how important it is.
Dick Bavetta, Ted Bernhardt, and Matt Boland will blow the whistles tonight. I'll bet Karl Malone would tell you as they go to Shaq O'Neal, and why not? Karl would say, ask the guards how they like feeding me the ball because they got assist after assist after assist. Stockton, the all-time leader.
Cuts that way rather than the other way, right? Oh, yeah.
Michael Redd, open along the baseline, wide open.
You know, Jim, everybody talks about the offensive prowess of this Lakers team. 4 All-Stars, 4 All-Pros. They're all great offensive people. But I really look at the defense of this team. All those guys can play D. They can get after you with their bench. They are a good defensive team. That's a beautiful pass from Malone to George.
Devin George, 61% shooting to lead the Lakers. He's 6th in the league. He's out there with 4 certain Hall of Famers. Devin George played college basketball at tiny Augsburg College in St. Paul, Minnesota. And he must pinch himself every day.
You know, he might be one of those guys that says, hey, they're lucky to play with me.
No, he's not like that.
No, I know.
Kobe Bryant airballs it. Every time Payton touches the ball, he hears it from this crowd. We'll see how they react to Payton. The burner goes in. TJ Ford on the Jets.
Boy, Jimmy's so quick that when he turns the corner on a defensive player, even if he's bigger, once he turns the corner, he has a bit of advantage, and that quickness can blow by them.
Malone's shot rings out. Santiago controls. TJ Ford wide to the left. Nothing going that time. That's not really his game.
No, but if you can get this Laker team to transition, Jim, you must, because, again, I talked about their defense. You let them set their defense up in the half court, they can be outstanding. You got to run them.
That's why Devin George is out there with Karl Malone and Shaq O'Neal.
That's right, and he's going to get his touches because this season those stars want to pass also. They're not there just to score.
George just a 25% three-point shooter, but he nails one. Thomas probably has to have a big game for the Bucks to think about upsetting the Lakers tonight.
Yeah, he's got to be able to hit those jumpers, Jim. He's missed one already. He's got to hit them tonight.
Shot clock winding, down to 2. Malone rebounds the miss by Joe Smith. Joe thought he was fouled. Gary Payton can burn. And a foul called, body by Ford. His first.
See, with Payton on their team, Jim, they are not just a half-court team anymore. This is a team that can get up and down the court. Kobe can run it, George can run it, and Karl Malone has always been a good runner, and probably for his age is the best conditioned athlete in the world. So he can get up and down, and Payton's going to make them go.
2.6% body fat, less than skim milk. Do you think the Lakers can run with this Bucks team?
I think they can, because they're going to be so good defensively and on the glass. And with Payton out there, at least 1 or 2 guys can get out with him. It's a question of whether the Bucks can get it at this end.
It's a question of whether they can stop him.
Well, that's the point, Jim. If that happens, the Bucks won't get to run. If they don't force the Lakers into turnovers or missed shots with the rebounding, and losing Bryant Skinner is a big, big factor for Milwaukee in that department, the Bucks might not be able to transition much.
If you have joined us late, Bryant Skinner requires knee surgery. It will occur later this week. Red on the 3. Skinner expected to be out for about 6 weeks. Loose ball foul. It's on Shaq. Watch him on the other end, rebounding and putting it back.
Well, he'll bang you. He'll hit you with his elbows. He'll hurt you. He'll come down on you. And in that last play, the one just now, he apparently pulled Santiago to the floor. And can you imagine being under those two guys?
I'll tell you something. Daniel Santiago is no small man.
No.
He is minimized standing next to Shaquille O'Neal.
Yep.
You wonder if Tim Thomas may have the best advantage tonight going up against Devin George. We'll see. Smith, rhythm bounce, blocked by Kobe, blocked by Kobe again, tipped out to Thomas. 3 on the shot clock. Tim Thomas rejected by Shaquille O'Neal. And the Lakers run out. Gary Payton lays it in.
Kobe Bryant, Jim, can play great defense. We have seen him against the Milwaukee Bucks be a big-time defender. He blocked 2 that time on a bigger man.
3 block shots on that possession.
They are a good defense team. I am telling you, that is going to be the factor for them this season.
Thomas in on Shaquille.
How about that?
That's what he has to do.
Right up his chest.
11-6, the Lakers out in front. The Bucks have had tough first quarters. They have had excellent third and fourth quarters so far this season.
See, Jim, Shaq didn't want another quick foul on him, so it's a good time to go at him early. He doesn't want to get number 2 right away.
Solid rebound by Joe Smith. He went over the top of Kobe Bryant. Michael Redd kicks it to Santiago.
Drawn kick, if you will, and finish to the basket.
This Bucks team passing the ball, John, their assisted turn to field goal ratio very, very solid. 72 assists on 113 made field goals coming in. But they passed the ball 2, 3, 4 times to get that 1 assist.
Sometimes you see, you don't want those errors because it's going to be tough enough if you make no errors unforced like that. Sometimes, Jim, you're going to have 5 guys on the Bucks team touch the ball at the offensive end.
They'll win doing that, and they'll win with balanced scoring, which we have seen. TJ Ford. Rebound to Malone.
So you need to knock those down because Shaquille is not up on the screen. He's laying back. You're going to have that shot. TJ
Ford picks Kobe Bryant. 3 on 3. Karl Malone is fouled by Redd after his pick.
How about that? Malone at his age, and how about quickness? He's just reached out and just took that on Michael Redd before he knew what was happening. You would have thought he was a point guard on that with the quickness defensively. Watch this. You better be alert. Boom. Gone.
That man is 40 years old in his 19th NBA season. Long rebound off the long shot. Back to the man guarding Malone, Joe Smith. Michael Redd walks.
Well, the Lakers know Michael Redd would like that shot. They want to try to get to him and match up and transition quickly, and in that case, he might have heard some footsteps.
A little over 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. 13-8 Los Angeles. Payton partially blocked. Smith got it. Karl Malone underneath. Second try, it's good.
Now, think about this. Who, other than Malone and O'Neal, who has been more aggressive in the paint on an offensive boards throughout their careers other than those guys, and they're together?
O'Neal rebounding the Redd miss. If you call during our telecast tonight, we have a $19 ticket for $10 for Saturday's game against the New York Knicks here at the Bradley Center. 414-227-0500. Kobe skips through the lane.
Yeah, he gets that quick matchup on forward. He's going to make you pay. Now, they have a formidable bench, Jim, but they play their front 5 guys. They're all playing 34 or more minutes a game at this point in the season.
And they've all scored in double figures in each of their 3 victories. All 3 games. Thomas takes it in, denied. May have denied himself. Shaq has it ripped away. TJ Ford again. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Payton from the corner for 3. Air ball. Santiago. T.J. Ford put the move on George, finds Red for the three. A Piggly Wiggly three-point power pop for Michael Red, benefiting the McFunded Childhood Cancer Research.
The Bucks need good, quick shots tonight against this defense. I'm telling you, Payton on the corner. How about quickness from Gary Payton, the old man, on the little point guard Ford? Burned him.
Payton's only 35, John.
Yeah, he's a kid, huh?
I'll bet Seattle seems like a long time ago to Gary Payton playing with these guys.
Yeah.
Thomas, no. Smith, no. Thomas in twice now, missing layups. Hot pass, Payton through the hands of Malone. The timeout comes with 4:18 remaining in the opening period. The Lakers have an 8-point lead, 19-11 over the Milwaukee Bucks. T.J. Ford, check him out. Pretty quick crossover. Red nails the three. We'll be back on the Bucks Television Network. The Lakers up 19-11, 4:18 remaining in the first quarter. The Bucks play here tonight and then hit the air. And we'll be on the air on Fox Sports Net tomorrow night from Madison Square Garden, a 6:30 start. Friday at Detroit on Fox Sports Net. Then back here with the New York Knicks on Saturday. That's a 7:30 start. Upcoming television brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab yourself a great tasting, low carb Miller Lite.
Jim, what's interesting in this one, we talked about, well, can the Lakers run with the Bucks? I definitely think they can, and they are already. They're outrunning the Bucks, and the reason they can, it's a couple. It's twofold. Number one is because of their defense and their rebounding. They are so good defensively, they're going to get easier opportunities to transition, and they got Bryant and Payton and George, those guys, and Malone. They can fill the lanes.
Damon Jones on for T.J. Ford, and the Bucks. Michael Red shot comes away for Devin George. John, I think they can run with the Bucks, but I'm not sure they can run with T.J. Ford.
Well, I'm not sure many people in the league can, but, you know, Payton could probably get back and match up with him pretty good. When you play the Lakers, oh that's a goaltend.
Yeah.
That was in the cylinder.
He was over the top. Malone put it right over the rim. And Shaq saying no. Ted Bernhardt's just laughing at him. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, right. That was directly above the rim. Jim, if you're going to beat the Lakers, you got to shoot well from the field. I mean, you got to make the jumpers the Bucks are missing. Now, I understand how you can miss them because they got guys running at you all the time, and they're not easy shots. But if you miss your shots, you're not going to beat this team.
Gary Payton picks up his first foul.
Let me ask you this question. Are you glad to have the Lakers early with all their changes, or would you rather have them a little bit later the first time and the only time in Milwaukee?
You know, I've thought about that, and I really can't come to a conclusion. I don't think it really matters.
I think I have one.
You know, they're bickering early, which doesn't make any difference. All that tells you is they're playing basketball. I'm not sure.
I think I like having them now.
I believe that's probably an advantage. You see that the Lakers starters score the bulk of their points.
And we'll get them out there later in the season. People can watch us on television.
I'm never really happy to face the Lakers other than it's a great show. But, you know, you're going to have trouble. Malone from Shaq, the foul, Joe Smith.
Well, that's why if a team like the Bucks, a young team that isn't as big, you need a Bryant Skinner. You need your full complement to really make a run at them. Things have got to go well. You got to shoot it well.
Saturday at 7:30, the Knicks are here. You can pick up a $19 ticket for just $10 if you call during our telecast tonight, 414-227-0500. John, I've had a lot of people come up since the Chicago game and say, you know what, I'll watch this Bucks team.
Yeah. Oh, I have too, Jim. I've had people come up and say, I'm going to go down and watch the team. I haven't seen them in a long time just because of the way they've played these last couple of games, and one of those was after the second game.
A hard-working team, and they're working hard tonight. You see what Milwaukee's bench has done. Desmond Mason from the corner.
Well, and see, that's the point. That supports what we talked about a moment ago. The Lakers at this point, they're not going deep in their bench for long. They're starting five, averaging between 35 and over 40 minutes a game.
Under 3 minutes in the first. Shaq just drops it down for his frequent buddy, off and on buddy, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I like you today. I don't like you today. I'm going to talk about you today. I'm going to talk about you tomorrow. Now I like you. Let's make up. Nice pass. Good foul.
So many rumors. So many stories. So many victories for the Los Angeles Lakers. 20-15, LA leads Milwaukee. Weeks he will have a knee scope on Thursday. He has some loose cartilage, and John, his numbers tell you a lot about what he has done, but I'm not sure the impact shows up on the screen there.
It doesn't, Jim. I mean, he has more impact than just the numbers, and they're good enough. His size, his intellect on the court, he's always around the ball. He and Joe Smith have a real nose for it.
We'll be visiting with Joel Prisbilla live at halftime, and it's ironic we set that interview up not knowing that Brian Skinner would be put on the injured list today. Joel Prisbilla has to sit out the first 5 games. He will be eligible to be activated for Friday's game at Detroit. So we'll talk to him, find out how he's doing in terms of health. You know he's ready to play and wants to get out there, and he can add some defense in the absence of Skinner. Santiago giving up a few pounds, huh? For all the news you need to know 7 nights a week, don't miss the WB18 News at 9. See why the time is right.
Remember when Shaquille reportedly weighed 301?
Tony Kukoc replacing Daniel Santiago.
Now's when, if you're the Lakers, Jim, I come up and I call post-up plays for Shaquille right off. Mix it up. You can run him left, right side swings, but the Bucks have a lot of thin bodies in there on him now, so he can gain position easily.
Hey, Shaq made a free throw. He's 4 out of 14 this season.
Pretty good. With your eyes shut.
Tony Kukoc.
Woo!
Shot contested.
Pass. That was a pass. No,
Horace Grant right in his face. Milwaukee trailing by 6. Horace Grant, the better looking of the Grant twins, and the only one still playing.
Be careful. Harvey will look for you.
Horace will tell you that, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Harvey will, too, though.
Kick to the corner, back outside. Red inside to Gazarich. Danny thought Shaq fouled him.
He's going to show him the fake, but see, Shaquille doesn't have to go for a fake, as big as he is. Stay position.
Bucks have a soft double team on Shaq. Gazarich overplays. Damon Jones too small to help out when the big man's in the air going to the basket. He has 7.
All they did was dome it, give Shaq the entire inside.
Bucks basketball is presented by Miller Lite. Grab yourself a great tasting, low carb Miller Lite. Kukoc open. Pumper. Won't beat the Lakers with outside shots.
Well, you got to hit them if you're going to get them. You're going to have a hard time going inside, and the mix now is devastating. It's just how good the Lakers are. And again, Jim, the Bucks will not get to transition at all in this kind of a situation. Lakers scoring pretty much each time.
Devin George has a pair of triples tonight. Michael Redd with another perimeter miss. I would imagine it's fairly intimidating going inside on the Lakers all night long. You're going to get beat up. If it's not O'Neal and Malone, it's O'Neal and Grant. Grant and Malone. Take your pick. You'll come away with bruises. Devin George draws the foul. Gazarich.
See, they get the loose ball even on that. Tony trying to make the save. Jim, on an air ball, it's always difficult for the interior defense to come up with it because they're gaining position, and it comes down quickly at them. But this one right here, you can see the trend. The Lakers already very much in control of this game, keeping the Bucks on the perimeter and the Bucks missing.
Saturday night, it's scheduled poster night. All fans will receive a great Bucks schedule poster. The Knicks and the Bucks at 7:30 right here at the Bradley Center. And don't forget, if you call now, 414-227-0500, you can pick up a $19 ticket for just $10.
Now, Derek Fisher's in the game, and of course, he's not getting the playing time he did before Payton. He's playing about 27 minutes a game, however, the most off the bench.
Damon Jones works against him.
The acquisition of Payton just put him down. See how they pack it inside, Jim? Say, go ahead, beat us from the outside. Ball swing, wide open Red, pass from Kukoc.
Red hits another three. He has 10.
Shaquille goes out. Then Malone steps into the paint and is probably the next most dominating post player in the game behind Shaquille.
It's not bad when you can have Kobe and Shaq on the bench. Karl Malone on the floor. Gary Payton on the floor. And Devin George.
Fouled. He was fouled. He tried to raise up and outlet that pass, and he was hit.
Payton up, not in. God's a reach. Clears it. Under 10 seconds in the first quarter. The Bucks trail 27-18 and have been held at 32%. Desmond Mason, no. Better hurry. Michael Redd, no. Well, the Lakers tried to pull away, did for a bit. The Bucks are within 9 after 1, so for the 4th game this season out of 4, they trail after 1. We'll return to the Bradley Center on the Bucks television network. State Financial Bank wants you to know what our team does for our town. This season, every Milwaukee Bucks player, along with Coach Terry Porter, General Manager Larry Harris, and Team President Herb Cole, have purchased Milwaukee Bucks season tickets and donate them to schools and local nonprofit organizations throughout the season. The organizations use the tickets as incentives or rewards for demonstrating excellence in academics, positive behavior, and extracurricular activities. Brought to you by State Financial Bank, making things happen. Michael Redd, 10 points to lead all scorers in the first quarter. Inside, and he also has a pair of threes, 2 of 3 behind the arc. The Bucks start with the ball in the second quarter.
Considering the Bucks are shooting 31% and 48% on the other side, they're only down 4 on the board, so they're doing a good job. They've got 4 offensive boards, so do the Lakers.
Kareem Rush, a second-year player from Missouri, with the foul against Desmond Mason.
Does he know there's been a Kareem already in a Laker uniform? I think so.
Desmond hitting 59% of his free throws so far.
And Jim, with this unit in for the Lakers, this is the Bucks' best chance to take advantage of their bench. They went to the bench fairly deeply at this point, so come at them, don't let them dominate inside, force some turnovers and misses, transition it, and finish. There's a foul by Tony.
Kareem Rush on the drive. Derek Fisher out there for the Lakers, along with Brian Russell.
See, once anybody turns the corner, and Rush with his quickness turns the corner quickly out on the court, now he's got an angle at the basket. The weak side has to come in and give help, and that's how the foul occurs. Got to contain guys if you can.
The Knicks are here Saturday. Pick up a $19 ticket for just $10. Call during the telecast tonight. 414-227-0500. Kareem Rush rushing from the line. He missed both free throws, and now Mason trying to free himself, and Rush commits his second foul.
It's large city week. The Lakers, the Knicks twice, and then Detroit in between.
Which is big enough.
Yeah.
Desmond in, kick out. Kukoc works against Grant, his former teammate in Chicago, and beats him.
Beautiful shot. That's a soft touch to take it straight in from the side.
Bucks at 33%, 9 out of 27. Perhaps more perimeter shooting than Terry Porter would like. They'll have to change that up. Brian Russell. Russell over from the Washington Wizards on the board with 2.
And Jim, with Shaquille out, they don't have to stay on the perimeter now. Think, attack the basket more, break it down in the half court.
Thomas can do that. Desmond Mason can do that. Kukoc at times can do that. Pretty good defense. Count it. Desmond Mason, continuation. A triple wall underneath. He gets away, is fouled, and makes the basket.
Now that's pretty basketball. First of all, he spins. Now watch. The pass not quite right on. Not Tony Kukoc's. because that could have been a finish by Mace, but he goes to the other side and beats 3 guys. So that's just athleticism and players reading one another.
Desmond Mason probably will have a welt on the foul. It was committed by Karl Malone. Desmond has 7. The Bucks are within 4. The Lakers have led by as many as a dozen.
Big factor when you get Shaquille out of there, Jim, because you can match up with everyone else.
Karl Malone, how about that? Just banging around in there. He banged to get the rebound, kept banging, and draws the foul.
He's been a great offensive rebounder throughout his career, and he does it with power and quickness. And you're right, Jim. He's going to just move people out. He goes to get this. Now watch the miss. Malone straight angle to the basket, and he powers it.
God's Reach picks up his 2nd. Well, I mentioned that he has an inhuman 2.6% body fat. I know you always like to talk about the relativity of that.
That's our fingers, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, grapes have more. Apples have more fat content. Bananas do.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
I don't know what he eats. I know he works out all the time. I'll bet he's disciplined as an eater, too.
Probably not a lot of grapes, apples, bananas, and carrots.
That's right.
I think beets are in there below 2.6.
You really did some research on this, huh?
Oh, yeah. Fascinates me. Marcus Hayslip in the game. He'll have to wait to get his points. Kukoc picks up a triple. Another Piggly Wiggly 3-point power pop. 5 for Tony now. Benefiting the Mac-funded childhood cancer research.
I like that. Don't interrupt that. You can't let him run transition and catch one pass right in front of the basket like that. You got to deny Grant that position if you can.
You know how hard it is for me to talk about skim milk and grapes and carrots?
I was just saying, you research this. It's kind of like somebody being intrigued with, you know, one of those black holes. You know, well, what is a black? I mean, it's so far out of our comprehension, just like his body fat content is.
Well, look at me. It's totally out of my comprehension.
So there's an intriguing point there for both of us, huh?
31-28. The Lakers ahead by 3. The Bucks putting together a pretty nice run of 14-3 a moment ago. Thomas working in on Russell. Follow up. Hayslip draws the foul. Loose ball foul. Russell.
What's in the next galaxy? What's 2.5 or 2.6% body fat? Yeah, galaxy.
Chocolate chip ice cream.
one dip. Timmy Thomas overlays on the weak side. Hayslip can get on the trampoline, Jim. That is his forte.
I work with one dip. I have my ice cream in 2. Call now, 414-227-0500. Pick up a $19 ticket for $10. Saturday, the Knicks and the Bucks here at the Bradley Center.
You only work with one dip?
No names.
Jerry, Allen, Chrissy, me. All right.
Derek Fisher outside.
And the Lakers will use Malone on screens on the right. Then they'll swing left. You can see this now. Now it's just break down. They've got a lot of good one-on-one players. Turnover, that's what the Bucks need.
Yeah, they broke down all right. Hayslip inside finger roll. Good, and a foul. They're loving it here. The Bucks have tied the Lakers with a chance to lead from the free throw line.
All right, watch this. Good D up. Miscue. The D is right there to help out. Marcus comes up with it, and man, does he finish. This guy can play, getting his opportunity tonight, and I'm a little surprised that Phil's going this long with Shaquille and Kobe on Pine. But he's going to let his bench have its moment, knowing he can bring those weapons back and probably get some dunks out of the big guy.
Phil is like Alfred E. Newman.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Me worry?
Yeah, I know.
Just look down the bench.
Millions in the bank, and the big guy's on the bench. I'll go to him in a minute.
He knows there'll be a fourth quarter tonight. That's all he has to know. Derek Fisher just inside the arc. The Lakers take the lead back 33-32. Under 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. Thomas for 3. That's a trip and a foul. That has to be a foul. It's not
Bucks
a foul.
ball. We'll take that of the two.
Wouldn't you have
for the
called
least
that?
of the
He
two?
tripped him
Yeah,
up.
absolutely.
All right, well, the Bucks will have the ball. 8:48 remaining in the second quarter. The fans love it here. The Lakers by 1. In the second quarter, the Lakers by 1, 33-32, 8:48 remaining. We thought this might be called a foul. Let's take a look. I don't know. Sometimes when you get hooked up and trip a player, they call it a foul. Maybe it was because the ball was loose and they were both going for it.
Well, you know, from that angle, I mean, it's probably no foul or an over the back. Because there's where the contact came when he came down. They were right there on him to keep the pressure. But it is the Bucks ball. But new 24, both teams with 4 turnovers. Oh, yeah. Here comes the cannon. Shaq's back.
The big Aristotle back in the game, along with his buddy Kobe. Horace Grant out there, so the beef remains. Brian Russell, Derek Fisher. Fisher picks up Damon Jones. Jones from the corner. He was hitting shots from that spot this morning at the shoot-around. Thomas, no. Thomas struggling from the field. He's 1 out of 8. The Bucks need him.
Yeah, Jim, that can't stand. He's got to get it to go.
Timmy rebounds the miss by Bryant. Swing for the 3, Damon Jones.
Starts with penetration from Tony.
Bucks hanging in there on the boards. -2.
Well, Jim, that's incredible when you think the Bucks are shooting 31% and the Lakers 48. There's a lot more defensive rebounds for the Lakers to get.
Derek Fisher, a 3 with Jones right in his face.
Got to get to him even quicker.
The Bucks 4 out of 7 on 3-pointers. The Lakers 3 out of 4. Thomas, yes. That's what he has to do.
Well, see, that's one that was so close he had time to just measure it by being able to get up.
Off the ball, Kukoc and Horace Grant get tangled up. The foul on Tony. Tony has 2. The Bucks have 4. The Lakers are over the limit with 7:18 remaining in the second quarter. Not a real disparity now with the Bucks at 4 team fouls. Here comes Joe Smith. For Kukoc, who leaves with 2 fouls.
Brian Russell's a good defender, but if Tony catches deep, he can shoot over him. Guess who?
Shaq off the Grant miss. Santiago defends him very well. I thought, and Terry Porter saw what I saw. Ted Bernhardt said he moved into him. I thought he defended him beautifully.
Yeah, I agree. You know, Shaquille doesn't need help. Right there for the rebound. He gets the good bounce. Trying to stay up under him.
They call him on the lean.
Yep.
Fans see it here and don't approve.
I mean,
not that big of a deal with him on the line. Tomorrow night, UPN 24 is your home for a night of adventure. Catch Star Trek Enterprise right before Jake 2.0, Wednesday at 7 here on UPN 24. So Shaq gets nothing. Santiago picks up a rebound. Daniel Santiago. Can't defend the guy.
Well, see, the problem is when he runs the court like that, Jim, Santiago is fronting him. There are no buck down the court in time to help on the weak side, so that's you can't defend it. It's non-defendable.
I don't know if the Bucks wanted a hard front on Shaquille, but they did want fronting as he moved through the lane.
Well, when he's that deep, you have to front him because if he catches, he's got to dunk. So you're in an impossible situation.
Joe Smith on the board, his first 2. The Bucks still lead 39-38.
It's my time. It's turn. Time for me to shoot.
And I'll shoot behind you.
Time for me to shoot. My turn.
Derek Fisher met and fouled by Desmond Mason. He got body, but he made a great athletic play to get up and block the shot.
Jim, Fisher is a good basketball player, but he's hurting the Bucks too much here early in this game. Jumpers, and now he turns the corner on Thomas. Past Joe Smith, weak side has to help out. You got to play him up for the shot, but he shows the quickness and burns it.
What makes him tough in addition to his quickness? He's a point guard.
He's a point guard that can shoot.
And he's left-handed.
He's left-handed, right.
We've talked about that over the years. For some reason, a left-handed point guard really throws off defenders.
And you know what, Jim? That time he burned him going right. All the way right.
Damon Jones sets T.J. Ford in to counter the quickness of Derek Fisher. 6:05 remaining in the second quarter.
Derek Fisher having a major first half.
He has 7 points and has the Lakers back in front by 1. How do you think the league would react if the Bucks were able to knock off Los Angeles tonight?
They should love it. That's a good open shot.
I think they'd take notice.
Yeah. And people, what I mean is people should love that. You know, a supposed no-name team knocking off an all-name team.
With pretty basketball and hustle.
Yeah.
You know they'd love it.
All those team things. Look at that hustle. Get up. Get up. Oh.
Get up, get in there. And it doesn't. But a foul call against Los Angeles. Timeout. 5:25 remaining in the second quarter. Great action tonight at the Bradley Center. The Bucks down 1 to the Los Angeles Lakers. Back and forth now in the second quarter. The Lakers up 1, 40-39. John, great action on both ends.
I guess, Jim, and it's been throughout. I mean, it's been very good. Shaquille inside misses the bunny there for him. The Bucks get to go the other way, and that's what they want. Quick stops, quick action. Bucks on the trampoline. Can't get that one to go. Finally fouled here. Still the shot wouldn't go.
Terry Porter enjoying 2 big crowds in his 2 home games as head coach of the Bucks. Sellout crowd here on Saturday night for the home opener against Chicago. And another capacity crowd for the Lakers. Don't forget, we have the fourth quarter shootout again this season, brought to you by Miller Lite. Send your postcard to 1001 North 4th Street. Zip code in Milwaukee 53203 1312. Grab yourself a great tasting, low carb Miller Lite.
Bucks with 10 offensive rebounds, only 1 overall behind the Lakers. And the shooting percentage differential, Bucks coming up a little to 36%. Lakers down to 47. So the Bucks doing a great job on the boards in relation to shooting percentage.
It's amazing what rebounding can do for you in this league. It'll overcome a field goal percentage that is lower than you'd like. And you always say the field goal percentage basically tells you everything you need to know in a game.
It really does. I mean, it's such a factor. And here's the shooting for the quarter. And you know, with Brian Skinner out, that's a loss, but you get Santiago step in and be a factor also. Out of bounds or forced out?
Blocking foul. Brian Skinner will require arthroscopic knee surgery on Thursday. The prognosis about 6 weeks. So that is a severe blow to the Milwaukee Bucks, but Joel Prisbilla perhaps will be activated at the end of the week. He's eligible to be activated for Friday's game against Detroit. We'll find out how he's feeling at halftime tonight. Join the Bucks in supporting the United Way of Greater Milwaukee. You can give at work or you can give online, and your donation builds a stronger, healthier Milwaukee. Team up with United Way. Kobe Bryant from the line makes both. He has 6 points. The Lakers go up 42-41. The starting 5 out there for the Lakers: Shaq, Malone, Kobe, Gary Payton, and Devin George. Tim Thomas over George with Payton doubling. You know, looking at the game, John, I thought Thomas might have an advantage on George if he takes the ball to the basket and mixes up his game.
And Jim, if he's able to catch in the position he just had, or a little deeper where he had it on Russell earlier, Gary Payton.
6 for Payton every time he touches. The fans here give him the cat calls. Payton played 28 games and 6 playoff games with the Bucks last season. And I think by now everybody figured out that he probably had this in mind. Maybe not knowing where he would go, but
good ball movement. Got to make those.
Santiago with the miss. Payton on the push. And you know, that's perhaps not really fair to Gary. He did consider the Bucks.
Yeah,
outside Payton feeding Bryant. Kobe on the miss. TJ Ford through everybody. Tipped out by Kobe.
Well, Jim, you know, it's guys chasing the ring, and some people have said, well, isn't it nice that these guys have stepped up and taken less? Well, I would say it's the system that has allowed them to do it. They're so rich that they can take less to chase a ring. I think it's the system at fault, not at strength. If they weren't that rich, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Great passing.
Oh,
Santiago from Ford.
Beautiful.
And it started with Thomas along the baseline.
Right.
That's pretty basketball. 45-44 Milwaukee. Closing in on the 3-minute mark in the second quarter. Payton backs in, tries to spin. Karl Malone fouled by Thomas.
Watch the ball movement, Jim. You said it started with Thomas. Look, cross-court, ball swing. Santiago on the finish. At the other end, it's Malone drawing fouls, which is something he's done throughout his career very well.
Which is it? When it's pretty, it looks easy. When it's easy, it's pretty. I didn't mean to slow you down. 11 lead changes in the quarter.
Yeah.
5 points for Karl Malone. The Lakers 10 out of 19 from the free throw line. They will be one of the lower percentage teams in the league as long as Big Shaq is playing in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
Ball tipped out by Shaq.
One guy that shoots as many free throws as him will bring the team average down tremendously. Oh, good screens. It freed up Thomas.
For the shot and the make.
Let me set it up, Jim. Tim Thomas starts on the left side under the basket, sets a screen for Joe Smith, who comes through. Then Tim comes straight up the middle, gets a screen on the dots, and is open for the jumper.
I want to ask you something when we get a moment. Into Shaquille. John, a lot of teams are shooting the ball fairly poorly early in the season, and many teams are talking about the fact that they didn't have a full training camp. Veterans reporting late. 2-a-days were limited. Why are the Bucks clicking so quickly? They're just meshing. They're running their plays beautifully. Part of the reason, I think, is because of the simplicity in the system that Terry Porter has installed early.
I think that mental and physical commitment, guys willing to give it up, and they all know how to play the game fundamentally, and it's come together. That's an unforced turnover.
It looks like this team has been together for years. Tied at 47 on the Bucks television network. Tied at 47, 2:38 remaining in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, we'll have Bucks beat. Joel Prisbilla will join me live here at courtside. We'll talk about tonight's game and whether or not he's ready to come back Friday if the Bucks choose to activate him. And of course, John will visit with an assistant coach. I think Sam Mitchell is in the slot tonight.
In the house.
To review our first half. Brian Skinner on the shelf. Knee surgery will be performed on Thursday. The halftime will be brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab yourself a great tasting low carb Miller Lite.
Yeah, 6 weeks, man, that's a hurt.
Loose cartilage, they'll scope it on Thursday. The Bucks lose offense and defense.
And rebounding.
And rebounding.
In depth.
Intensity as well.
And intensity.
Devin George saves 8 on the shot clock for number 8, Kobe Bryant. Good double team. Ford out to the shooter. A rattle out. Kobe has it. Payton missed that long shot. The Bucks still battling. Oh, man. Kobe was out of bounds, got up to get inbounds, tipped it, and the Bucks still come out with the ball. The fans love the effort.
Yeah, I guess.
Catch and shoot. Michael Redd, too long. Payton for Kobe. You can hear the slap. He gets it, and he'll shoot a free throw.
Now, see, there was an example, and I don't know if Michael Redd saw Kobe or not. If he saw him, then he was at fault for not hustling back. If he didn't see him, okay. But Michael Redd takes the shot, but Kobe just beats him. See, you see Redd right there, Jim, and Kobe behind him all the way to the basket. Michael Redd should have been busting to get back and match up with Kobe and take away that lane.
TJ Ford had no chance. He picks up the foul. 9 points for Kobe. The Lakers lead by 3. The Bucks at New York tomorrow night. And Detroit on Friday, then back here with New York Saturday night at 7:30. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Michael Redd, great feed. TJ Ford. Redd has 12.
See, Payton was with him, let him go. He gets the layup, and he looks at Shaq and says, wait, you're supposed to be picking up in there, so maybe they're in in zone principles.
The Bucks have had 2 or 3 open shots in the middle.
Yeah.
If they can get there, they might score a few more tonight. They're working on it. TJ Ford can get to the middle on just about anybody. And then dish it out. Santiago, there it is.
He can play. Not as slow as everybody thinks all the time either. On that one, huh?
Oh, this time Shaq not above the rim for the alley-oop. He had one taken away on a goaltending offensive basket interference early. 52-51, and now another whistle on a block.
Santiago went down. He got slapped in the mouth, I think, by Shaquille. See, Shaquille, when he goes up, Jim, his arms go out, and he can hurt you just in that regard because he's trying to build space between him and anybody in there.
Took one on the lips. Check this out. Second time tonight that Santiago has gone down main for the two-handed jam. TJ Ford fouled by Devin George. TJ with 3 points, and he has been stirring the Bucks again tonight. The Bucks are calling. They were waving over there. I don't know if they're calling for a doctor. Steve Condon tending to Daniel Santiago. And yes, the doctor has been summoned. Perhaps stitches are in order for Daniel Santiago.
You know, Jim, when you're out there on the floor trying to play Shaquille, you're under the basket on plays like that. I mean, it really is. It's a dangerous situation because he is so powerful. He can hurt you and you don't know it. He doesn't know it. You know it. He doesn't.
He'll get the ice cube and a fish hook, and he'll be back in a couple of minutes. Kobe Bryant fouled.
Yeah, you the man. Give me the ball. Kobe, incredible in the paint. Very tough to deny him, Jim. He gets fouled a lot because he's got all the moves facing you up or in the post. He can go left. He can go right. He's a heck of a player.
God's reach picks up foul number 3 to put Kobe on the line. The Bucks hanging in there with the Lakers, tied at 52. Daniel Santiago has to come back in a hurry, and this is why. 1, 2, and 3.
260 flying through the air. 7-1.
Talked about the Bucks having basketball players that make teammates better and know the game. 2 coaches, 1 Ford is 1, Santiago is 1. Can't have enough of those. High basketball IQ, and it rubs off. Shot clock at 10. Thomas drives, runs into Shaq, and draws the foul. Devin George raising his hand, trying to protect Shaq and steal a foul. Shaq picks up his second.
Good try, but the official has it, and Shaquille was the one right on the ball. Bucks spacing, very good. A little bit of an angle. Shaq comes over to turn it down, or to shut it down, but Tim Thomas, taking it to the basket because he did do that, he gets the foul.
Thomas with 11. The Bucks 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Marcus Hayslip re-enters for the Milwaukee Bucks, and Joe Smith. Michael Redd will come on also. I beg your pardon. Damon Jones enters the game.
Defensive reasons, size on Payton.
Two for Thomas from the line, a dozen points. Tied again at 54. Shaq on a hold. Shot clock under 10. 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Payton for three. At the buzzer. And that will... Well, I thought maybe it would be reviewable, but Dick Babetta, it appeared that he was going to go over and review the last second shot. And we will see if he does. It certainly was good to the naked eye. 57-54 Los Angeles. The Bucks down 11 at Minnesota after a quarter. Played well, down 2 after a quarter at Indiana. Down 13 in the first to Chicago and won by 30. Down 9 after 1 tonight. And what will happen? They are down by 3 at the half on the three-point shot by their old teammate Gary Payton. We'll be back with our halftime programming. Bucks Beat straight ahead on the Bucks Television Network. Bucks Beat is presented by Pepsi, the joy of Pepsi. Pepsi-Cola is proud to be the choice of your Milwaukee Bucks. Very often fans will ask, what do the Bucks do over the summer? Tonight, a couple of answers. One big event, the Big Gig. Every summer, the Bucks host the Bucks NBA experience at Summerfest. Interactive games, Bango, Energy, Super Force. Players are there. Tim Thomas this past summer. It's a great time. Another major event, the annual Hoop It Up 3-on-3 basketball tournament at the Bradley Center in July. Hundreds of teams in all age groups, both men and women, compete for a chance to reach the national finals. It's a great weekend of summer basketball and one of Milwaukee's outstanding multicultural events. Be sure to check out these events next summer. That's Bucks Beat. Joel Prisbilla joins us next, live from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab a great tasting, low-carb Miller Lite. Welcome back to the Bradley Center. The Bucks with a solid first half. They got behind in the first quarter. We're growing accustomed to that, but they have battled back, as we have seen them do several times, and trailed the Lakers by 3, 57-54 at the half. Gary Payton with a three-point shot at the buzzer to move Los Angeles out in front. Tonight we're joined by Joel Prisbilla, who has been on the injured list to start the season with a knee injury. And I understand that you feel you're ready to go, and that may be fortuitous with Brian Skinner going down.
Yes, for sure. I feel great. I'm almost 100%, and I'm just ready to get back in the swing of things.
Now, you have to sit out 5 games. That means tonight and tomorrow night would be 4 and 5. You could be ready for Detroit on Friday. Is that correct?
That'd be a great game to come back for.
Tell me about your preparation for coming back and how you have blended into this team, a new team under Terry Porter, when you haven't been able to play in games. What have you been doing?
It's been tough, but I've been practicing with the team the past couple of weeks, and we've been going hard in practice. And the thing about this team that's good is we've got so many guys on the team that can come play every night. And coach has been pushing not only myself but pushing everyone in practices to become better, and hopefully that continues onto the court.
Joel, I made the point during the first half that the team looks at times as if they've been together for many years. They're very sharp and very, very good offensively. They're running the plays well. Why is that?
I think we've got a lot of great players on this team. Not only that, but our coaching staff. We've been working hard in the preseason and training camp. Coaches have been pushing us, and they've been coaching us to a T, and just making sure everything's correct. And their scouting reports, everything like that's been great. And the guys are willing to work on this team.
You, of course, will block shots, rebound, and play some defense. How do you think you'll fit into this team now, particularly with Joe Smith and without Brian Skinner in there, because they can use your help?
Oh, I think I can help in a lot of ways. Just, you know, my defensively, I know it's going to be there. Offensively, just by watching this game, you can see if you run the court with TJ, he's going to get the ball to you, and you can get 2 or 3 easy baskets a game just doing that.
I need to ask you about how to play Shaquille. He has 13 points in the first half tonight. I remember your first season. You were fearless against him. What's the key to stopping this guy?
You know, you just can't back down from the guy. You know, he's impressive and he's larger than life, but you just can't back down from him. You got to do. You just got to meet him early in the paint and don't let him get too deep of catches.
You played fearlessly, but were you fearless? I mean, did you have butterflies the first time you went against him?
Oh, yes. It's the first time. I've never seen him in person before, and the first time I played against him, you know, the size of him, of how big he is, it's unbelievable. I don't myself, I'm a big guy, and I don't feel small, but going up against him, it makes me feel small.
It is amazing. He is mammoth.
Yes, he is.
What should the Bucks do in the second half to pull an upset here?
You know, we got to limit them to the one shot. You know, they're getting second shot opportunities, and that's what Coach said the first thing he did in the locker room when we went in there. He said we got to limit them to one shot, and when we do that, we're successful.
All right, Joel, I enjoyed talking to you,
thanks
but
for having me.
I'd rather watch you play, and perhaps we'll be able to do that starting on Friday night in Detroit. Joel Przybilla, our guest at halftime, will return. John will be visiting with Sam Mitchell when we come back to the Bradley Center on the Bucks Television Network.
Okay, I'm here. 1, 2. Now you're going to have that execution. Yeah. Okay. That's good. You can leave it there. Don't. Yeah. I got Sam here. No, I didn't. I didn't know it was running. Sam, we're gonna talk over this play with you just about how we executed. That's where Timmy came down around here and up the middle and got the. I'm gonna just talk about that. You know, we did some good execution in the half court, and then if we have time, I'll talk about rebounding.
Okay.
Okay.
Lakers lead by 3, 57-54. A moment ago, Shaq O'Neal came on and gave Joel Przybilla a friendly bump. He remembers the way Przybilla played him. That happened right near John McLaughlin, who is standing by with Sam Mitchell.
Okay, Jim, thank you. Sam, good to have you out here. And I'd like to talk about the Bucks' execution in the first half. After the first quarter, I thought our team executed very well throughout the rest of the first half. And we got one play where Timmy Thomas got open for a jumper.
Well, there's some things we're trying to do to get Tim going, and we think he got a size advantage on that small forwards. And we're trying to get him down on the block so he can use his skills. And also, he's not open there. We're running him off a pick.
Well, you know, the Lakers present a lot of problems. Everybody talks about how good they are offensively. They're good defensively. And the Bucks have been rebounding very well considering a shooting differential.
Well, if we continue to fight with them on the boards, they got a size advantage on us, but we fight with them and move the ball, we're going to do just fine.
Okay, I like it. Back to you, Jim.
I think Derek Fisher likes Sam Mitchell's suit. I hope that's what he likes. We'll be back with the third quarter from the Bradley Center. You're watching Bucks basketball. The Lakers lead by 3. It's 57-54 on the Bucks television network. And we need to get a shot of Luke Walton, too, in case he doesn't play. The Lakers up 3 as we get set for the third quarter, 57-54. Gary Payton with that three-pointer at the end of the first half. That's the difference in the ballgame. Let's take a look at the halftime stats presented by Toyota and your local Toyota dealers. Get the feeling. The Lakers shooting better than the Bucks, both teams with 4 triples. The Lakers getting to the line, not making enough for their taste, I'm sure. Turnovers are even, and +6 in the paint for Los Angeles. Let's check out the hustle board tonight. It's brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab yourself a great tasting, low carb Miller Lite. 1 more assist for the Lakers, 3 more rebounds, steals are even, so it's +4 on the hustle board for Los Angeles. Well, the Bucks have some work to do. They've been playing hard tonight. The leading scorers in that first half, Tim Thomas, as John pointed out during his interview with Sam Mitchell, getting free on some screens and pin downs. He has 12 points along with Michael Redd. Shaq O'Neal leads the way with 13 points. Kobe has 11 and Gary Payton with 9.
Jim, one of the things that you pointed out that you always have to be concerned about when you play the Lakers is putting them on the line. With Malone and Shaquille and Kobe, these guys draw a lot of fouls. Now, what you hope is it's one of those nights when they don't make them. They've been there 11 more times than the Bucks, but they're not making enough more that it's a much of a factor, but it could be in the second half.
Well, I'm looking for Daniel Santiago, and I don't see him on the bench. He left with what appeared to be a lacerated lip. Probably took an elbow or something from Shaq. He was banging around with him. God's Reach will open the third quarter with Michael Redd, TJ Ford, Tim Thomas, and Joe Smith. We'll give you any updates we have on Daniel Santiago. He has 6 points on dunks, rousing dunks in the first half. 3 right down the paint. .24 minutes of basketball remaining here at the Bradley Center, and the Bucks hanging right with the Lakers. TJ Ford missing from the outside. Joe Smith inside, foul. Slapped by George.
Working the offensive glass, and that's something Joe Smith has been doing throughout. That's throughout the season, the early season that is. That's 11 offensive rebounds for the Bucks, but it's a missed shot. When you get those opportunities back, it's big time.
Bucks play here on UPN 24, but tonight after the game, we are also your home for Frasier, The Simpsons, and That 70s Show, only on UPN 24. Joe Smith, 3 points. You can pull the Bucks within 1 here.
And you'd like to see Santiago come back. 1, you don't want anybody to be that hurt. And 2, the Bucks certainly can use his size and the depth of the bench against Shaquille.
Gary Payton on a hold. Ford takes a poke. Defensive violation, 3 seconds.
Got a report on Daniel Santiago. Cut lower lip, 9 stitches. Will return. Wow, 9 stitches is a lot. They really opened him up.
Yeah, that requires 2 ice cubes.
Yes, sir. Or 3. Jim, I'm trying to think about Shaquille versus Wilt. And, you know, Wilt was a powerful man that would also come down with his arms out and such. But I don't recall Wilt, you know, hurting that many guys by the way he came down. Now, there might have been other factors there. And in those days, there were more fights and such. But I'm not sure he came down with the same force that Shaq does.
Wasn't Wilt bonier than Shaq? Shaq's bulkier.
Yeah.
Leads inside, can't score it, gets the rebound, and lifts Joe Smith off the floor with his body.
That's a good foul, though. At that point, once you're committed and you know he's got you, and we're going to take a look at all that. Look at the quick spin. God's Reach is there. Joe goes for the block, knows he's been had, and therefore make sure he can't finish. But yeah, I think Wilt about 300 pounds. This guy's pushing what, 340 now?
Yeah, but Wilt had the body fat of Karl Malone. I mean, he was,
yes, he did. That's correct.
He was sinewy.
And you know, he had big, powerful shoulders, but as he went down, he really tapered greatly and was much thinner in the lower body than Shaquille.
And shot free throws about as well as Shaq.
Yep, except the night he scored 100. 28 out of 32 from the line. Nope.
Teardrop. The tears go to TJ Ford. He's had trouble hitting his shots tonight, but he has been effective dishing the ball. That's what he's here for. Kobe Bryant. He goes down as the shot goes down. Bill Jackson upset with the non-call, protecting his star.
Which one? Oh, Kobe. Yeah, there's so many. You know, you say when you say star, it's the Walk of Fame. Clock at 5.
Great pass. Shaq in front of God's reach for the rebound off the red miss. $19 tickets for $10. Saturday's game against New York. Thomas has it. Bad pass by Karl Malone. Santiago making his way to the Bucks bench. As God's reach goes to the rack. And the Bucks finally get it. Red with 2 attempts.
Well, that way he gets a couple of rebounds out of it. He had 2 on that, but God's reach can run the floor, and he knows if I get out there with TJ, he's going to find me.
Michael Redd, 14 points. Good play by God's reach, fronting the big man. TJ Ford around Devin George. Finds the man open under the basket. Finds the man open from the top. Shaq is there. The Bucks at 37.5%. Their jumpers aren't falling. Their dunks and their inside points have been stunning tonight.
And they're down 2. So if those jumpers start to fall, look out.
Daniel Santiago waiting to come into the game. Gary Payton stings the Bucks. He has 11. The Lakers go up by 4. Red over Payton. 3. Yes. 17 for Michael Redd. 3 triples tonight. God's reach. Great play again. He's doing well against Shaq. TJ Ford. The follow by God's reach. No basket. Ford foul.
Man, let me tell you, God's reach, Ford and Red can motor. And those guys alone, if you stop them, they can fast break the Lakers to death. He gets all the way to the basket and the foul. Look at this. Beautiful to watch. Look at the fake. Well done. And you call it good front at the other end by God's reach, underpassed, underlaid by Payton.
The Lakers had 1 turnover in the second quarter. They have 3 already in the third, and God's reach has forced 2 of them. Play at a new level, TJ Ford. And the Bucks. Michael Redd. And I'll tell you, this whole team is playing at a high level. Presented by Potawatomi. Potawatomi Bingo Casino's 4-star Dream Dance restaurant, where you'll always find a winning table. Both free throws good. The Bucks lead by 1. Staying right with the Lakers. 8:30 to play in the third quarter. The Lakers opening a 4-game swing on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Another near steal. 3 on the shot clock. Number 3, Devin George. And that's a whale of a play by Kobe Bryant.
Hang time, huh? It's like he just stayed there for a moment. On the way down, he got the tap.
I wonder if TJ Ford drives his car as fast as he dribbles with the basket.
Doesn't have to.
He's never in traffic.
He probably gets out and beats his car. Like the Roadrunner. Beep, beep.
Tell you what, the Coyotes wearing 34 in purple. And he
almost
scored over him. Payton, bad miss. Looking for a foul, doesn't get it. Instead of Trying to take the ball from Thomas. He was looking for a referee. Red, 3. Yep.
Transition. Drain it.
20 for Michael Redd, 4 triples. The Bucks lead by 2. John, this crowd is absolutely loving this.
They should. We are.
Big Shaq and a foul.
You want to foul him quicker if possible. And isn't it interesting, Jim, how often you've seen the rebound come off over the interior guy right to where Shaq is standing. Now, I realize he's a mountain, both width and height, but that's about the 3rd time it's come right off to where he was standing.
Foul on Daniel Santiago.
You always have to be ready to rebound when he shoots. He'll get a reload on that one.
Thomas with a lane violation. Couldn't get back.
You see it, and you're anxious to get in because the odds are he's going to miss. It's going to come off, and that gives them an opportunity for an offensive rebound, so you got to get in the paint.
Shaq 1 of 6 from the line tonight. There's more than a good chance it's coming off.
But he's got a hitch, Jim. He holds it.
Thomas gets it this time. DJ Ford calls out the play. He wants Thomas. Sam Mitchell telling us what we mentioned earlier, that Thomas has a height advantage. They'd like to exploit that. Michael Redd, mid-range open. 22. Michael has scored his number.
He's smoking. And he had Payton on him on that particular play, overpass. Payton went by it.
Shaq fouled from behind this time by Santiago.
He gets to the baseline. I mean, he's incredibly quick for his size at 340. Gets inside. There's the lip. Wow. Gets inside of him, and then he'll use his body just to move you out of there. Very seldom. Well, it's never called as an offensive foul. And then he's on the line. What do you do as a defender?
You know, that lip's no big deal. We all have those during the winter.
Yeah, we do. We don't get 9 stitches in them, but they're still gaped open. You know, in the winter, fortunately, we don't have corn on the cob because that would be really tough.
That's a winter lip.
This is early. Oh, this is still fall, so he's getting an early start. Payton trying to shut down Redd.
Redd against Payton, and why not? Come and see Michael Redd and the Bucks on Saturday. $19 tickets for $10. 227-0500.
You enjoy this team, people, because they play hard. They play together. It's just fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, backdoor.
If you're the Lakers, Kevin George.
Michael looked away for a moment, and George, very well done. I think he slipped. He's pointing to the floor. Says, get it mopped up. Terry Porter telling the ball boy now. He's over on the wrong side, over here in the middle.
Bucks going to the matchup. Thomas over George. Bryant to help on the foul. Kobe in late. Kobe on the foul. The Bucks have a 70-68 lead. Michael Redd lighting up the Bradley Center here in the 3rd quarter. 24 points, keeping the Bucks right with the Lakers.
He must think he's at Ohio State, huh? He's smoking.
That's a great shot right there. It tells you how these players feel about their coach. They love Terry Porter. Big crowd here tonight. They'll come out to see the Bucks and the Knicks. On Saturday night, you can too for just $10. Pick up a $19 ticket if you call during our telecast. 414-227-0500. They will tip at 7:30 Saturday night. Tim Thomas with 13 points. Timmy led the Bucks in scoring in the first half. He had 12.
Bucks have been mixing their offense very nicely. And since the start of the game, Jim, they're hitting their jumpers. Michael Redd helping that cause a lot. And to beat the Lakers, you must.
One thing about the Lakers, they never panic, John. They just take the game in stride, and they know they have a push.
Well, they have so many weapons, Jim, at both ends, so they don't have to panic.
It's as if they tell themselves repeatedly, take it easy, we're the Lakers.
I think there's a lot of truth in that, a lot of confidence, almost conceited but backed up with the ability to play. I mean, guys like Malone, Payton, Shaquille, hey.
You don't win rings without it. Michael Redd for three. Yes! Redd with 3 triples in the third quarter, 5 in the game, 27 points.
And remember, they put Gary Payton on it. Gary Payton's working hard to try to prevent that, and it ain't happening.
I think he's officially red hot. Shaq fouled again by Santiago. Nothing you can do there.
Well, now see, they'll put 2 men over there, one in the corner, one out top. Shaq just kind of looks back and forth. They swing the ball, and he can move even a man the size of Santiago out there. When he catches, he's right in front of the basket. There's nothing one person can do.
4 fouls on Daniel Santiago, so now God's a reach. Will come in. He'll work against Shaq and did a good job early in this period, fronting Shaq twice, knocking the ball away. Forcing turnover. Joel Brisbilla was with us at halftime, and we talked about him playing Shaq early in his career and the intimidation factor. And he said, you know what, I'm a big guy, but he dwarfs me.
Sure he does. And not just height. We're talking about overall.
And he makes a free throw. Bucks basketball brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab a great tasting low carb Miller Lite.
It's not just enough to be big, Jim. It's knowing how to use your power and your size, and Shaquille knows how to do it.
This guy's quick, though.
Yeah. For 340. Look at Payton. Says, man, I can't let him continue to get off.
Damon Jones, teardrop. Yes.
Tough shot. Toughest in the game. That and a jump hook.
77-71 Milwaukee. God's a reach again.
See, Redd deflected it though, Jim. That's why the pass couldn't get there. Finish.
Joe Smith.
Turnovers, fast break.
Defense.
Yep.
Look at this crowd. I'll tell you something, the league is watching this. They're watching this and they can't believe what they're seeing from the Bucks early this season. Big win at Indiana. Playing the Lakers tough without Brian Skinner. Ball knocked away on a foul of Kobe. The Bucks, John, are making the third quarter their own each and every night.
And boy, that's really key. That is I mean, you can make a case for every quarter, but you want to come out and establish the third to set the tempo for the second half.
Doesn't it make you wonder what Terry Porter is saying at halftime?
Damon, jumper on Kobe.
Hey, the Bucks have some guards, don't they? Up by 10. 13-point advantage in the third quarter. The mailman.
Makes it look easy. Always that combination of that little jumper as well as his post play.
Karl has 7.
You know, Jim, you talked about all the Lakers rings. Look at the shooting right now.
Loose track down by Devin George. The Bucks were on it. George out-hustled them this time.
Talked about the rings. However, Malone and Payton, the nip. No ring.
Oh, that's a reach. See you later, mailman. Return to sender. Kobe Bryant inside.
That's the stuff Kobe can do, though. See, he can take the air out of you after a big play. He'll make a big play back at you.
They never stop.
No. Unfortunately, it's blocked right to him.
This place is alive and well. The Bucks lead the Lakers 81-75. God's a reach, sends it back home. We'll be back on the Bucks Television Network. We know Dick pretty well, John. I think he is enjoying what he's seeing here tonight, the competition that the Bucks are giving the Lakers. Michael Redd with 27 points. 15 of those coming in the third quarter.
Now they've put Kobe Bryant on Michael Redd. Kobe Bryant's a very good straight-up defender. They want him to shut him down.
Why not off the glass, Redd?
No Kobe there. Screens. He leans inside, goes to the glass, and Kobe didn't get it done.
29 for Michael Redd. That's a Bucks season high. Kobe, no.
Good
Joe
DC,
Smith.
no foul.
Hard Milwaukee push. Desmond Mason from Damon Jones.
Okay, it was Dan Gadzarich who came over to shut Kobe down, didn't foul him. That sets up the break, and the Bucks can run without Ford in the game, too.
You think we could just play third quarters this season? Derek
No.
Fisher, 3.
He's good on the jumpers.
.145 in the third. Joe Smith's alley-oop misconnects with Michael Redd. Fisher shovels to Bryant. Luke Walton in the game for the Lakers. And he looks like somebody. His dad.
Got kind of the hair.
A little shorter than Bill.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's a deadhead.
Well, you know how he's been raised. Probably close.
Look at the Bucks shooting in the third quarter. Luke Walton can shoot.
Listed as 6'8".
Walton, a rookie from Arizona.
Yeah, he knows how to play.
He's a good three-point shooter, third among rookies right now. Dick Lavetta blows the whistle.
Penalty.
Kareem Rush on the foul. He has 3. The Lakers are over the limit.
See, I think a guy like Luke Walton who grows up in California and goes to school in Arizona, he should be picked by a cold weather team just to even it out a little bit. You know, Detroit, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Chicago. You know, he should have to face reality, the real world.
Think he'll ever wear a headband?
Probably has.
Kukoc's good hands. Ball knocked to him.
Damon Jones, the guy deflecting it.
Whoa!
Little high.
Almost in, though.
Oh, no. See, I think that was off of Walton. They say not off of Gadzarich. Pass just a little high, Jim, or it would have been a deuce. Couldn't quite contain it. Or perhaps the timing of it.
Fans just saw the replay. They think the Bucks should have the ball. Derek Fisher in the corner. Kareem Rush for 3.
How about it? Big shots by Rush and Fisher. I mean, the Bucks opening it up, and those guys make some big ones.
That little left-hander pulls the Lakers within 3. Kukoc tries to draw the foul. Great pass. Pretty good defense.
Oh, man, now
by Shaq.
Against many centers in the game, that would have been a finished layup.
Gadzarich has gotten a few off Shaq tonight on this end.
See, all the others, guys out there now except for Shaq, they have to be ready to do their thing, and they're doing it.
Kukoc helping out Gadzarich, doubling Shaq. Up it goes at the end of the third quarter. And the Bucks will take a lead into the fourth, 86-83. So a 6-point swing favoring Milwaukee in the third. The Bucks led by as many as 10. They had this crowd on its feet for much of that period. Now there are 12 minutes remaining. Could it be? We'll find out. Leading scorer. Eric Strickland likes the action. The Bucks +6 in the third quarter, leading 86-83. Michael Redd with 30 points tonight. Shaq O'Neal and Kobe Bryant lead the Lakers with 18. Andy Jakubowski from the Falls has selected Eric Strickland as our fourth quarter shootout contestant. Andy, thanks for taking part. Andy wins a Bucks Media Guide and a 4-pack of tickets. Grab yourself a great tasting low-carb Miller Lite. The Lakers closed that third quarter with an 8-1 run
with their bench.
The Bucks shot 50% in the third, 11 for 22. Kobe's ready for the fourth. Milwaukee with just 6 turnovers, leading to 5 Laker points. Los Angeles, 10 turnovers, 11 points. They turned it over 5 times, giving up 6 points in the third quarter. Damon Jones, yes, 3. You could tell that one was good.
Off the screen. Kobe gets a screen, shoots the jumper, makes it. Damon Jones gets a screen, shoots a jumper, makes it.
Damon Jones, 10 points tonight. Milwaukee, 8 of 12 on 3-pointers.
With this unit in there, Kobe's going to take it every time he gets it.
That's a foul, Kobe Bryant, and a foolish foul, bumping Damon Jones.
He really didn't mean to make that one. I think he wanted to just apply a little bit of pressure and got caught by it. The foul in the backcourt before that, he tried to apply the pressure also, so he's had 2 personal fouls in the backcourt here in the last few minutes.
Still falls in the foolish category.
Yep, absolutely.
3 fouls on Kobe. Kukoc against Luke Walton. Desmond Mason gives it up. 3-second violation. Offensive.
Well, Godjarich is saying, I thought you were going to shoot it. That's well and good, Dan. You still got to get out of there, because if he does pass, that's not an excuse for you to stay in the paint. He's trying to set up for the rebound. I understand that. But the Bucks had a shot, and because of that turnover, they don't get a shot.
Shot clock under 10. Desmond Mason, a good defender, stays with Kobe, but commits the foul.
See, Kobe's going to chase his pass. In that situation, he's going to pass and chase it, and that's what happened. Desmond goes below it, catches back up with him, but Kobe is very crafty. He draws fouls in those situations, and he's going to try to be the front man each time with this unit in there.
Kobe perfect from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And he makes up for Shaquille.
We will be in New York tomorrow night, 6:30 on Fox Sports Net, the Bucks and the Knicks. Friday at Detroit on FSN, and then back here Saturday, the Knicks again at 7:30. All 3 this coming week on Fox Sports Net. 10.5 to play. Kobe with 2 free throws, 22 points. Kukoc for 3. Yes, sir. 9 3-pointers for the Bucks. Kukoc with 8.
The jumpers weren't going early, but they've been going since the second quarter.
Timer under 10 for Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. Bucks ball.
Good hustle.
Always looking to push. Height advantage. Kukoc against Derek Fisher. Shoot it. Damon Jones. 3 off. Luke Walton beats Godjarich to the ball.
Hustle the other way. Those 2 guys have really battled. It turns over each way.
Corner for Fisher. Rattle out 3. Thomas has it. Thomas 9 rebounds along with Joe Smith for the Bucks. Oops, that's badly missed.
Ooh. I don't know what that was. Don't want to settle for that either. Don't need that at this point. Timmy can get a better shot than that, Jim.
Tony Kukoc getting on the guys a little bit here. He wants more precision in the offense. Kobe Bryant. Kukoc gets that rebound, stepping in front of Walton. Oh! Damon Jones unable to handle the pass. A tad ragged at the moment. The Bucks lead the Lakers, however, 92-87, 8:56 remaining in the fourth quarter. Tonight's Midwest Airlines Sky Shot of the game, Michael Redd. Midwest Airlines, the best care in the air. Michael Redd has 30 points, half of them coming on three-pointers. That's liftoff.
Ball swing, open shot, Payton coming at it.
5 out of 6 for Michael Redd. Damon Jones a couple. Tony Kukoc 2 out of 3 tonight. 9 times from behind the arc. 9 Piggly Wiggly three-point power pops benefiting the McFarland and Childhood Cancer Research. Piggly Wiggly, a proud sponsor of Milwaukee Bucks basketball. Shop the Pig. Mike Hauser from Fresh Brands, Piggly Wiggly, just a few seats from us tonight, enjoying this great action here at the Bradley Center.
Big Bucks sponsor, McFarland backer. Boy, they step up for us.
Rebounds even. Gary Porter telling me before the season if we can get 40 or more rebounds tonight, we'll be in pretty good shape. They have 40. And a loose ball foul against the Lakers.
Defense on the ball on Kobe. Tough shot. The Bucks have been on the glass doing a great job. Come up with that one and the foul.
That's a reach playing well tonight. Horace Grant commits his first.
Here they come. Malone, Payton, Shaquille will be coming soon.
8:31 remaining in the fourth quarter, so the horses are coming out of the stable for the stretch drive. And now the Bucks will be severely tested.
And the large horse is yet to come.
The Clydesdale.
That doesn't move like one.
Horace Grant battling his old buddy Kukoc. Body.
Oh.
Thomas missing the jam.
But he's hammered by Malone. Now Karl Malone can contest that.
Dick
Good
Lavetta
move.
wasn't hearing any of it. Take a look.
Good move by Tim Thomas. See, Tony had nowhere to go, so therefore a teammate must break to the opening when the guy with the ball is shut down.
I look at his shoulders and just wince.
It's amazing.
I can't imagine being hit by one of those arms. Saturday night, the Knicks are here. If you're here, you'll take home a schedule poster. 7:30 Saturday night. Don't forget, you can call now 414-227-0500 and pick up a $19 ticket for just $10. Tim Thomas gives Milwaukee a 94-87 lead. Kukoc poked the ball away, and the young official, Matt Boland, calls a foul on him.
I don't think he can even see that. He knocked that ball away so quickly. Let's see, left hand. That is not a foul. I mean, where'd he foul it? That's a bad call.
Timer under 10 for the Lakers and the mailman, Karl Malone. He bodies off God's reach.
Powerful post-up play and crafty.
9 for Karl. Desmond Mason, Tony Kukoc, God's reach, Thomas, and T.J. Ford for the Bucks. Payton picks up Desmond Mason, who learned a lot from Gary Payton, and he shows him how much.
Man, that's getting something out of nothing. I mean, he had nowhere to go, so he just jumps over him.
We haven't talked much about that. Desmond Mason
right.
going against his old buddy Payton from the Seattle days. Payton misses, Kukoc rebounds. The Bucks up by 7.
I'm amazed Shaquille's still on the bench.
Godzarich fouled on his move to the bucket.
Okay, it starts with Tony Kukoc penetrating and making the play. Now, Godzarich has to finish if he can because he's not a good free throw shooter. Here comes Shaq.
With 7:07 to play, Shaquille O'Neal returns. Godzarich on the free throw line. The Bucks with 2 more makes on 10 fewer attempts tonight from the line. Even Shaq hasn't missed one like that.
Actually, DG's not much. He's probably about the same type of shooter, actually. When he goes there, you don't know what's going to happen, and he's working on it. Has to work on it. There you go.
The fans back him up.
And that's from working on it, see? There's confidence he can pick it up.
Oh, Godzarich knocked it away from Shaq again, but it goes to Fisher this time. 3 on the way. Great team rebound. Godzarich and Kukoc tipped it over to Thomas. 4-3 Tim Thomas.
I'd like to see him take that shot certain nights. If he's grooving, yeah, but other nights,
No, they've been working it well against the Lakers, so why not work it? Oh, what a pass.
Beautiful.
Malone from Shaq.
Everybody keying on Shaquille, leaving Malone, who can work off the ball, getting to the opening. Well done by both.
Karl Malone with 11. From behind, Payton.
See, TJ has to be careful laying that pass out there. Tony didn't see him behind him.
Payton. Over Godzarich. Here they come.
Guard rebounds and finishes. Payton's always been a good rebounder.
The rookie coach, Terry Porter, calls a timeout. He wants a full timeout. He feels it. The Lakers within 4, 97-93. Milwaukee with 5:56 to play. Winless. The Heat 0-4. If you haven't looked at a Ford lately, look again. There's a Ford.
That's right.
And a good one.
We've been looking at one every night.
A late model Ford.
He's a sprint car Ford. He's a sports car. He's a Thunderbird.
Ford? No. And Matt Boland, again the young official, calls it Laker ball.
Got to get some ball movement. We've seen the Bucks take it, some one-on-ones and shoot it. It's time to get back to what got them the lead, moving the ball, coming off screens. Michael Redd back in, find him.
Good work by Santiago with the body to hold off Shaquille, forcing a short shot.
See, he holds Shaquille off after the shot. Joe Smith goes and gets a rebound. That's good.
Santiago has the shot blocked by Shaq. Fisher knocks it across the paint. And here come the Lakers again. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Foul by Santiago. His 5th.
I think I'd run a play for Michael Redd. Not a one-on-one, but give him a couple screens, give him some options off those screens, which the Bucks have. They've executed pretty well tonight in their half-court offense and gotten some open shots out of it.
There's really no need to stop him at 30 points.
Nope. And we could use him this 5 minutes.
He hits free throws when he has to.
He did. You'd think he'd feel like he would have to every time he goes to the line, but sometimes it's more important than others.
The last 6 points for the Lakers scored by Malone, Payton, and Shaq. On the funnel, Santiago, his 4th dunk of the game.
When you beat people, Jim, you make the weak side defense adjust. That's what happened when Redd penetrated.
The Bucks up by 4. Will Bryant? Nope. He can't make it 4 baskets in a row by the 4 stars. Rebound, Joe Smith. Cross court. Red 3. Shaq rebounds.
Could have used it.
Shaq has a dozen boards. Malone has 11. The Bucks lead in the category +2. Now +1. Kobe has another rebound. And Malone, Glasser, no. Payton couldn't hold on. Under 4 minutes, the Bucks lead by 4. These are the Los Angeles Lakers, folks.
Who?
Good call. Foul. Derek Fisher, body on Mason.
They had one to give, though. Everybody shoots now. I'm sorry, I had it the other way around. Bucks have one to give, puts him on the line. Aggressive play pays off because it gets him on the line when nothing else was happening. The Bucks with 3 team fouls.
Tonight on UPN 24, Marge becomes Springfield's bodybuilding diva. Don't miss The Simpsons. Tonight at 10 here on UPN 24.
Well, if we didn't have to leave for New York, we'd catch it.
Desmond Mason, 2 free throws. The Bucks up by 6. Milwaukee going over the 100-point mark for the first time this season. Kobe Bryant's 3 rips the cords.
Well, you can elect to go over the top with him or below the screen. Dez went below the screen and he ripped it.
So it was Malone, Payton, Shaq, and Kobe in succession for the Lakers.
Turnover off of Michael Redd. Don't just dribble, guys. Move the ball. A little bit too much dribbling here in the last about 8 minutes.
Phil Jackson unhappy with his Lakers. He takes a timeout with 3:21 remaining in the 4th quarter. The Bucks up 3. The Bucks up, and the Bucks clinging to a 3-point lead with the Lakers. 101-98, 3:21 to play in the 4th quarter. We've seen some great action tonight. Here's the SBC DSL Yahoo fast break of the game. Check it out. Damon Jones, Desmond Mason on the finish. SBC, ordinary people, extraordinary job.
Well, this is where the great teams, the talented teams, the deep teams, the championship teams feel that we can take charge of a game. The Lakers, I'm sure, feel that way. This young Bucks team says, And what they need to do is get it to TJ Ford, let him call plays, get down on the box the other guys, run some screens, run some stuff. Don't get caught just dribbling at some one-on-ones.
Win or lose, the league will take notice again tonight. This will be like the Indiana game at Indiana. The Bucks playing the Lakers very tough here, up 3 with 3:21 to play. A victory, and you get headlines.
That's for sure, especially going to New York, see?
Big headlines in New York. At least a lot of attention. Kobe Bryant spinning. Can't draw the foul or get the shot. Red with the rebound. TJ Ford through traffic. Oh, come on. Looked like he was fouled.
It did, didn't it?
Payton the other way.
And back at you, boy, that's the way to do it, too. When you get run on, go back at him. Yeah, I thought Shaquille reached in and maybe hit him, but it was so fast we couldn't tell for sure. You certainly want to, this is the obvious, play from the front here. Don't let them take the lead at this point. See, people standing, nobody moving.
Draws the crowd, kicks. Joe Smith can't get the bounce. Devin George the rebound. The Lakers are getting star points now down the stretch.
See, there was no call either. Everybody just standing. TJ at least can break it down and create at least some kind of a shot.
Double down, triple down on Shaq. Now they give way to Smith. Oh, what a rim job by Shaquille O'Neal. Another rebound for Michael Redd.
I call it thumping.
There's a flat shot off the rim. Hit the bottom of the rim. Right back to you, TJ Ford. I thought he was fouled again by Payton. You know what? TJ Ford doesn't even squawk. That's smart.
They're going to go to post. Payton on Ford.
This is the Laker game plan. Has been all night. If they had to, they wanted to post TJ Ford. Malone talked about it today at the shoot-around.
That's big.
You go inside, outside. Kobe with the three. 103-101 Los Angeles. Again, Malone, Payton, Shaq, Kobe. Gary Payton and Kobe again. Kobe's shots have been threes here down the stretch. Star points have put the Lakers in front by 2 with a minute and a half remaining.
Still at the other end, I think overall, their defense has still been tremendous. They've still been getting on the boards. They're playing the team in the league with the most offensive weapons, and they've still stood up to them defensively down the stretch here, even though the Lakers have gotten back. You got to give a lot of credit to what the Bucks have done. So they need this hoop.
And all of that without Bryant Skinner, who has been a great defensive player. The Lakers 7 for 21 in the quarter. You think Tim Thomas was fouled? No, all 3 officials say jump ball.
Yeah. Dribbling again, though. And I know Timmy's got a lot of confidence of what he can do, but they're keying on him and doubling on the ball. Payton's there, and that was a foul on the reach. Who was that, Malone?
That was Karl Malone.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out who will jump. We know it's Thomas.
Thomas and Payton, they're trying to decide now. They know the Bucks should probably get this tap. Where do you go? Timmy doesn't want to tap it back because that's toward their basket. So I'd go to Michael Redd or Joe. Probably Joe here. Yeah.
Good tap. And again, heavy contact. Joe Smith thought he was fouled. Shaquille bodies him up big time. And the ball is off the Lakers. 12 on the shot clock.
That's the one problem I have. The Bucks have gone to the basket on about 4 occasions here and have not been able to get any kind of a call. Kobe Bryant denying Michael Redd the ball.
Plenty of time if you don't panic. Thomas is grabbed. Ball gets away. No whistle. Payton on the push. And they go to O'Neal. And a foul.
Now,
Terry Porter can't believe this.
Well, what I can't believe is how the Bucks can go to the basket as many times as they have, and there's not one foul call. And down here, the reverse. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, Jim, is go to the basket. You're supposed to do that. That puts the pressure on the defense. Ford's done it. Thomas has done it. Clean strip.
Joe Smith picking up his 4th foul.
Okay, if he misses on this, you got to make sure they don't get the reload.
1:02 to play. And he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss the big ones. 3-point play, Shaquille O'Neal. And all of a sudden, the Lakers are up by 5 at 106-101. The Bucks led 101-95. And now it gets tough with 1 minute and 2 seconds to play. No whistles when the Bucks wanted to hear them. They're going to have to find another way. The Bucks led 101-95 with 3:49 to play. So in 2 minutes and 47 seconds, a 12-point swing. Make that an 11-point swing. 2 full timeouts for the Lakers with a 20. The Bucks have 1 full timeout.
Now, if you remember at the very start of the game, I said, you know, everybody's talking about the offensive power of the Lakers, and we should talk about it. But I said, this team can play defense. Their stars can play it. Their bench can play it. They've tuned it up here. They've gotten away with what I think are some situations. Probably should have been a couple of fouls, and the Bucks could have been on the line. But they can tune it up defensively, and that allows them to do it offensively. And they'll win a lot of games this way by just pushing the pedal down a little bit and going.
I was going to say, apparently they can play defense without fouling.
Well,
extreme defense.
They got away with them.
You're right about the pedal.
And they will get away with it.
They don't floor it. They just tap it down as needed. We mentioned that. They don't panic. The game comes to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Nice to have a 3.
It's on the way. Thomas. Looked like it might go. Hit the back. Good battle. Oh,
Every single call at this end.
Matt Boland again. Michael Redd can't believe it. I thought Shaq.
Every single call has gone the other way. Every single call at that end when the Bucks have been aggressive to the basket.
Well, what do we have now?
Well, now wait a minute. What's he saying?
Foul. Now he's saying a loose ball foul.
Michael Redd's on the line, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, that's a reverse.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, he reversed it. That's confusing. I think it was on Shaquille.
It was his third.
Yeah.
The Lakers worried about the call and don't get lined up.
Score
106,
these.
101.
Score these and you got to hold them. And you can. You can hold them. You got some room to work then.
Previous season high 21. He has 31 here and is within reach of his career high of 35 points. 32 for Redd. The Bucks could use a 3 from him or somebody else. They're down 3.
See, you don't really need the 3 yet either. If you hold them and score quickly, you got a little bit of room.
No, you get the stop 2 and then the 3 to win if you need it.
3'd be nice though, just to tie it up. Get it in transition, but you got to stop him.
Kobe inside the arc. Man, oh man.
See, I think you got to assume he's going to shoot the jumper in that case.
He has 30 points and 8 down the stretch. Again, nothing but star points since the Bucks were up 97-89 with 7:06 remaining. Malone, Payton, Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton, Kobe, Shaq, and Kobe. Since the Bucks led by 8. We'll be back. You're watching the Bucks Television Network.
To Malone.
Michael Redd with 32 points. Kukoc with a smile as he faces Shaq. 2 timeouts for the Lakers and a 20. The Bucks are done. Tony tries to dump to the middle, and that is a tough takeaway for the Bucks. Michael Redd reaches and fouls Kobe Bryant.
See, Kobe made the defensive play, Jim, and that's my point about this team. This team can play defense. They got the mountain in the middle at both ends, and he's such a factor for this league. You know, he's got most nights he has forwards guarding him, and that's the problem with 29 teams and not enough big men in the world that can guard him. So he's playing forwards most nights, so they got the dominance there, and they've got good basketball players at other positions, athletes, studs, and they can play at the defensive end, but they have been challenged tonight. By the who are those guys, Milwaukee Bucks?
Kobe Bryant scoring 9 of the Lakers' last 14 points. He has 31 tonight, staying with Michael Redd. Redd leading all scorers with 32. Michael Redd, could have gotten to 35 had that gone, and he made the free throw. Now he can get to 34 with a couple from the line. 16.1 remaining.
Jim, think about the Lakers defense. The Bucks have scored 2 points in, they were 101.
Well, it was approximately 3 minutes. A little better than that.
Well, but their defense throughout the last about 6 minutes has been awesome. It's been staggering, and you know the Bucks couldn't transition them because the Lakers were scoring at the other end also.
Michael Redd, 34 points. The Bucks led 101-98, John, with 3:21 remaining, and since then Milwaukee has scored 4 points.
Oh, the Bucks had 97 points with 7:10 to play. That's the point.
Right.
I mean, that's shutting you down.
So 8 points in that span. .111-105. Gary Payton from the line. 3. Damon Jones, no. Michael Redd has a career-high 36.
Woo, woo. And another rebound. He's been tremendous on the glass at the start of this season.
7 boards for Michael Redd tonight.
Michael Redd can offensive rebound. He's quick, he's crafty, and he's got good finishes.
A third of Michael Redd's points coming in the third quarter tonight. 12 of 36. Payton again to make it 113-107. And that'll do it. Thomas puts up a 3. Redd tipped it up, and that'll do it. The Los Angeles Lakers prevail. They go to their stars down the stretch. Terry Porter can't be too upset with the way his team has played against one of the best teams in basketball. The Bucks lose 113-107. They give the Lakers all they want tonight. Without Bryant Skinner defensively and offensively for that matter, Michael Redd carries the load with a career-high 36 points. But the Bucks come up a little bit short against a great basketball team. Milwaukee 2-2 as they head to New York. We'll step aside, come back to the Bradley Center, and wrap it up on the Bucks Television Network. The final score, 113-107, Los Angeles. You too, thanks.